In the Kanto evolutionary lines, middle stages are often dismissed as awkward transitional filler, but Ivysaur's anatomy reveals a much more taxing reality. Standing exactly 1 meter tall and weighing 13 kilograms, this creature possesses a dense physique that sets it apart from its earlier form. The defining casualty of this growth is the loss of bipedalism. As the bulb on its back expands, Ivysaur loses the ability to stand or operate on its hind legs. In its first stage, the creature's center of gravity is centrally balanced, allowing rear limb movement. As the bulb grows, that center plunges backward and downward, mechanically locking the skeletal frame onto all 4 legs. Ivysaur represents a structural solution to an organic problem, an organism reshaped by the extreme physical demands of its own coming maturity. Field data recorded in the Pokédex details the physiological compensations required to support this weight. Specifically, the creature's legs and trunk grow thick and sturdy over a short period of time. This reinforced skeletal structure is a requirement for survival. Without these thickened limbs, the spine would likely collapse under the mass of the developing plant. This grounded anatomy directly informs its combat style. Because it is so securely anchored to the earth, Ivysaur can execute high-impact normal moves like takedown and double edge. These moves generate massive physical recoil. Executing them safely requires exactly what Ivysaur's evolution provides, a low-slung, shock-absorbing base. The biological trade-off is clear. Ivysaur trades the agility of a biped for structural density, functioning as a heavy, shock-resistant tank on the battlefield. But building this much skeletal mass requires immense fuel. This raises the question of how a creature under such physical stress gathers enough energy to fund its own growth. This is achieved through a shift in behavior. As the bud grows larger, it spends more time in the sunlight, using the plant on its back to convert solar energy into nutrients. This solar dependency dictates its grass and poison moveset. Its survival relies on energy-draining and nutrient-gathering techniques like synthesis and leech seed. This energy cycle reaches a breakthrough in its late-stage development. Between levels 50 and 55, the creature accumulates enough surplus energy to discharge it as a high-velocity solar beam. Absorbing sunlight serves a dual purpose. It provides the animal host the strength to carry the weight, while simultaneously forcing the plant to swell towards its final bloom. Ivysaur functions as a living solar battery, where its combat capabilities are inextricably linked to the biological demands of the plant on its back. The stored energy follows a predictable curve, reaching a critical threshold at level 32 to trigger the final transformation. When hit, the creature exhibits a distinct biological indicator. The bud begins to waft a sweet, pleasant aroma. This scent is the definitive signal that the bud has absorbed the necessary nutrients. It indicates that the internal chemical reactions are complete and the final bloom is imminent. Rather than a spontaneous, magical change, this evolution is a resource-intensive and chemically precise biological mechanism. The Ivysaur stage is a high-pressure transitional bridge. Its existence is defined entirely by the work required to move the organism from a small seed to a fully realized Venusaur. Seen through this lens, Ivysaur is a specialized biological frame, engineered specifically to withstand the physical and chemical pressures of its own maturation.